Now, from the Ashley Home Store Sports Desk, News Watch 12 Sports with Peyton Manning.
Through the week leading up to the Oregon State game, rumors began to circulate. The reports, Oregon State head coach Jonathan Smith was the top candidate for the Michigan State job. Just hours after a 31-7 loss early Saturday morning, out came the announcement. After 6 years coaching at Oregon State, Jonathan Smith is leaving for the Big Ten. The former Oregon State quarterback is leaving Corvallis with a 34-35 overall record in 6 seasons. But through those 6 seasons, there was consistent improvement across the board. The Beavs went from 3-win seasons back to national relevance. In 2022, he won the Co-Pac-12 Coach of the Year, and the Beavs beat the Ducks and won the Las Vegas Bowl. The way he departed has been criticized by some. Following Oregon State's loss to the Ducks, he was asked about his future. He said this.
And no decisions have been made. I asked this team to take an approach. We're locked in on 4 months, and that was a little bit the start conversation with so much uncertainty. Pac-2, where it's taking place, I've taken the same approach. So decisions, time, and all of that, I've been locked in for the last 4 months, and we'll go from there. Don't know. To be determined. Don't know.
He was gone by Saturday morning. His legacy at Oregon State is incredible, but his departure does leave a world of uncertainty. Kefense Hinson has been named as interim head coach, and we'll see where the Beavs go from here. And now to high school football. Championship Saturday, aka one of the best days in sports. 4 of our teams took the field for the chance to become champions, so let's start with the South Medford Panthers. First up, the Columbia Cup, South Medford versus Sunset. Second quarter, Sunset leads 13-0, but Colby Schwartz punches it in from a few out, and the Panthers cut into Sunset's lead, 13-7 now. We skip ahead to the third quarter. Schwartz sets himself up in the pocket and then sends one deep to a Johnny Ingram deep in the secondary. Panthers fighting back, but Sunset still leads 21-14. Schwartz finds his way into the end zone one last time before the game is over. The final 34-21 Sunset. South Medford ends their season with an overall record of 9-4. Top-seeded Henley looking for their first state title since 1982. We start in the third, 21-14 Henley. Joseph Janey, remember that name. He gets the snap. Camera thinks he's going to throw it, but he keeps it for himself and strides on into the end zone. Hornets extend their lead to 28-20. Fourth quarter, Marist Catholic isn't going away. They find their way into the end zone with a dart from Nick Hudson to Caden Erlenbush for 6. Marist looking to add on some more points, but here he is again on defense. Joseph Janey with the pick and the 6. The sophomore can do it all, 35-20 Hornets back on offense. Janey, I told you to remember that name. Here he is again. Play fake. He keeps it and finds all the gaps. He just can't be stopped. That's his 6th touchdown of the day, and for the first time since 1982 and first time under head coach Alex Stork, the Hornets are 4A state football champions. The final 42-28 Henley. The Hornets ended with a perfect 13-0 record because they were just born to swarm. The reigning state champs looking to snag their 2nd consecutive title win, facing number 1 Banks. No score in the first. Cascade Christian gets it through the uprights and puts the first numbers on the board. The challengers punt it away to Banks. He drops it, fakes a handoff, gets tackled, and the ball is loose. It's Caleb Scaglione on the recovery, and he takes it into the end zone. What a turn of events that extends the challengers' lead to 10. Ashton Moody steps back in the pocket, finds Derek Farmer on the short pass. Farmer hits the road, breaks a tackle, and it's open grass for the sophomore all the way up the sideline for a touchdown. Challengers up 17-0. Then in the second, Banks finds himself an open receiver downfield, a race for the Braves, and they get on the board. But the challengers continue to march on through. Ashton Moody around the edge, into the house. Final, Cascade Christian 34, Banks 24. And to cap it off, number 1 Lost River versus number 2 Crane for 1A 8-man state title. First quarter, Crane leads 8-0. The Raiders convert on 4th down as Chase McAuliffe finds JC Navarro. That sets up their next play. McAuliffe finds Connor Dunley in the end zone. A 2-point conversion is good, and we're tied at 8. Second quarter, McAuliffe takes the QB keeper to the end zone from 32 yards out, then hits Emmett O'Brien for the 2-point conversion. 16-8, Raiders. Skipping ahead to the third, 24-14, Lost River. McAuliffe rolls out of the pocket and hits O'Brien in the corner of the end zone. Lost River extends 30-14, and the final 30-20 Lost River. The Raiders are back-to-back 1A 8-man state champions. Chase McAuliffe, 12 of 15 with 118 yards, 17 carries, 101 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That wraps it up for sports this morning, but coming up tonight, we'll have more sports news for you. Enjoy your NFL Sunday, and we hope you'll join us right back here tonight.